What is going on, everybody? We are live here at the Pitman Craft Fair in Pitman, New Jersey. Philly Sports Alliance are coming to you, bringing you some Eagles talk today. We are right outside of Lenny and Suzy's Sports Memorabilia shop, again here in Pitman. We obviously want to thank them for having us out here tonight. We're going to talk a little birds today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Lions game and obviously moving forward into Monday night's matchup against the Vikings. So real quick, I'm going to just start us off. We have one game down the books. Eric, I'll start with you. What were your initial thoughts on last Sunday?
Well, it was kind of a sloppy game. I feel like they played down to their competition a little bit. Or maybe Detroit's just a really improved football team. I guess time will tell there. But, a win is a win. It's hard to win in the NFL, and they managed to play not their best and still get the win. So, good on them. That was a good team effort. It's all around good team win.
Yeah. Ryan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of felt the same. I mean, you figure game one, week one, it's going to be sloppy. You're going to have a lot of penalties. You're going to have a lot of getting used to the schemes of the other team. You have to kind of get back into the swing of football as a team. So, that being said, I think the Eagles did well. I mean, I honestly believe that the game should have ended 38-21, but it kind of got sloppy towards the end. Defensively, there's a lot to kind of leave you wanting as an Eagles fan from a defensive aspect. But overall, like Eric said, a win is a win, especially in this league, and especially, at the beginning of the season, you got to get these wins. And, it was good to see. Going to be watching the coaching a lot more in these upcoming games.
Yeah, I think after the defensive performance against the Lions, a lot is being said about Jonathan Gannon, how prepared he was, and whether or not he's going to be the guy moving forward to be the defensive coordinator. And even coming into the season, with him and Sirianni being so new in their roles, there's a lot of scrutiny. And I thought Sirianni had a decent game plan. It's the defense we couldn't stop the run. They again late in the game, they just seemed to do whatever they wanted against us. So I think moving forward, and especially against a really good offense in Minnesota, we are going to see whether or not Jonathan Gannon knows how to adjust. I mean, you're going up against one of the best young wide receivers in Justin Jefferson.
If only we could have had a guy like that.
Yeah, right? No problem. And, again, I think we want to see, we're not expecting him to shut down Jefferson. It's not going to happen. But we want to see at least some improvement. And that's the most important thing, I think, moving forward, because we saw the offense. We scored 31 points. Lions defense isn't as bad as I think we all think the Lions are. We just assume Lions are terrible.
Yeah.
They have a nice bunch of young defenders, with Hutchinson and Kuda. So, I think, again, it's going to be another barometer to see where this team is. And if they can come out with a victory, look a little better defensively, still keep the high-powered offense going, I think we'll all feel a lot better come Tuesday morning than we did, Monday this past week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's be honest, it'll be more like Tuesday late morning because we'll be partying late for the night.
Especially if we have a win under our belt, for sure. That is what's going on there, Mr. Crackpot. What's up, Dives? Wow, thanks for the invite. Oh man.
Oh, you would have come to Pitman with us?
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it to you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure.
And
it is a beautiful day.
Yeah, he probably said, screw it. I don't
We would have loved to have you guys.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely. So, obviously, we've been talking about it all week since Sunday about this Lions game and what needs to improve, and not only for the defense. I think we've talked about it ad nauseum, but Jalen Hurts, he's going to be overly scrutinized all season long. Like, terribly scrutinized all season long. And, I think just looking at his performance so far, he did what he needed to do to win. Was it ideal? Was it perfect? Absolutely not.
What part of you wants to see? How does he react when things aren't perfect?
Yeah.
Because anybody in a scripted environment, like a practice or any kind of sim, like they can look good. What happens when everything breaks down? What happens when things are going on around you and the game's happening? Like, how do you adjust? And we still need to see more from him.
Yeah, I agreed. I think I believe there were 8 designed runs for Hurts, and there were also 8, takeoffs, if you will.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't want to see that as much. We'd like to see that number a little down, but also
would you sign up for, say, 5 created runs and say 3 breakdowns? Like I feel like that, like 8 runs.
That might be a little less. Than I'd like. I don't mind him
so you
running.
Want, like 10 to 12?
Yeah, I would say keep it 8 designed and maybe 5 rollouts. Runs. So.
And ultimately, we're equivalent over 3.
Well, again, it was a little high in my opinion, and I'd like to see it a little bit lower. That's all.
Okay. For me, it kind of seemed like there were certain plays where he wasn't reading the defense well enough, and just absolutely was running for his life. Having trouble getting rid of the ball. Like there was a couple times where he had to shovel pass it to the line of scrimmage and out of bounds.
Yes.
And those are the things you don't want to see. You want to be confident in the pocket, have that ability to run, but also know when to get rid of it. And that's one of the things that we talked about last year with him. So hopefully this year, going into these games, we can see him making better decisions with the football.
Sure. And I also think that he was going to A.J. Brown quite a bit, which, again, obviously worked out quite well as he broke the Eagles record for receiving yards in your debut.
Yeah.
But, it seemed like he was the number 1 read on many plays.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it worked, and that is fine. But also, we know, moving forward, that we want to see the going through his reads, going through the progressions, going through all that.
Yeah, absolutely. Another big thing was a little fun fact, actually. A.J. Brown is actually in the top 5 of yards in a debut. All-time NFL.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. So,
yeah. So it's great to see. I mean, he was a beast. I'm sure if you had him in fantasy, you were ecstatic.
Sure.
But
same with
I mean,
yes,
getting Devontae Smith the football is going to be paramount as well. Hopefully, not forcing the issue, but getting him involved is going to be big as well.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing to see that he didn't come out with a catch. Basically, had the 1 drop, the 1 catch that got called back due to penalty.
2 other targets.
Yeah, 2 other targets. And honestly, I don't want to. I'm saying I don't want it to be forced, but also he needs to get involved, and that I think is a lot of Jalen Hurts trying to go through the progressions. I think a lot of that is Smith not getting separation.
Yeah,
he didn't seem to have his normal separation. So, again, I think these are all things that need to be adjusted, and we saw last year that Sirianni knows how to adjust. Sure. It may not be immediate. It may not be hugely impactful, but it may be a little slower. But still, he recognizes and he knows how to adjust. And I think for Sirianni to improve, I think, again, those adjustments need to come a little bit better, quicker, sooner. Right? Yeah. So, but all in all, I think for his first year last year, I thought he did well. And again, he had a good enough game plan to where they scored 31 offensive points, 38 total, and you can't be mad at scoring almost 40 points in an NFL game at this point. So
no, and I mean, look, and I know a lot of emphasis is going to be put on this defense, and no win is a perfect win, and so really, it's kind of an ideal world. The Eagles walk away with a win, but they have plenty of coaching moments to keep them humble and keep them hungry going forward, because this game on Monday night, it's going to be no joke. It's a really good football team they play.
Yeah, I mean, with Justin Jefferson, and also, people have to remember that there's a guy named Adam Thielen on that team as well, who is a fantastic wide receiver. So
Yes.
Slay, Bradbury,
Go Birds!
go Birds. That defense is going to have their hands full. I mean, Minnesota's a good tight end, and then you're talking about
good young
Dalvin Cook
tight
as
end.
well. I'm sure we're going to dive deeper into the Eagles' run defense and kind of how they.
Well, yeah, I think we absolutely should. DeAndre Swift is a very good running back.
Yeah.
And he ran all over. They scored left and right. Jamal Williams scored.
Yep.
Yeah.
It seemed like they didn't know how to stop them, but it's a great stat. But our buddy Shane Haff from TPL, that he tweeted after the game that in the snaps that Jordan Davis was in, the Lions ran for an average of 2.9 yards per carry.
Yep.
When he was not in, that number grew to 10. So you question why.
And by the way, you only need 10
Terrible.
yards to get a first down.
Right. You question why that Jordan Davis only played 23 snaps. Why was he getting out-snapped by lesser skilled players?
Is this one of the things that we were concerned about with his conditioning?
Well,
that was one of the
possibly.
big things coming in, and if that's still an issue, or
I don't know. I saw
Or
the
are
guy
you
blow it
saving?
away on the 40-yard dash back in March. At his size. To me, he's got the athleticism
Well,
to
sure.
blow up.
But yeah, I mean, again, that's a little different. It's
40-yard dash is your spurt of speed. You're trying to have
And his
him.
10-yard split was incredible.
You're trying to have him be in the game more than 20-some snaps.
Right.
That's the whole thing. Right. I guess the 20-some snaps would relate to his 40-yard dash, but he can't do 100.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously we want to see Jordan Davis more out there. Same with the rookie, Nakobe Dean as well. Only got 3 snaps. So, again, we want to see these rookies get a little bit more time. And
it's only week 1.
Oh, right. Well, and that's the thing. I've always said about week 1. Week 1 is a weird week in the NFL.
Yeah.
Teams that don't deserve to be winning are winning. Teams that should blow out end up losing.
Like the stupid Giants beating the Titans and eliminating me from the Survivor.
Right, yeah. And the Houston Texans and the Colts tying and eliminating me from that same Survivor Bowl. So, weird things are always happening. Again, you just kind of chalk it up to the way preseason has been going the last couple of years where, there's not a lot of, tackling to the ground. Your starters aren't playing in the actual preseason games much. So that first game almost ends up just kind of being like a shake the rust off type. And the Eagles started off slow, understandably, and got better, as the game went on, especially offensively.
And if you win, that's forgiven. If you're like in Tennessee, man, that's probably getting some questions. Why didn't the starters play some more?
Right.
Or in Indianapolis, those same questions are getting raised. Why didn't the starters play more? And whereas in Philadelphia, we're asking the questions just because we're junkies, but the Eagles won. And so you ask those questions a little less.
Yeah, 100%. So, again, a win's a win, it's a win, it's a win. And let's take it for that and move on and hope that the adjustments that we want to see, the adjustments that we hope we continue to see throughout the season, incrementally get better. And, this team becomes a little bit more crisp and doing their job. So, and like I said, this Minnesota game is going to be a great test because you don't have that week 1 excuse anymore. You know exactly what you did good. You know exactly what you did bad. And if the general public can obviously see the things that you have not done well,
right,
you should know it
inside
and out.
Yeah.
The fact that, specifically what went wrong and how to fix that. So I think a lot of eyes are going to be on Gannon for sure this Monday night. And, obviously the eyes will forever be on Jalen Hurts, as I think people just want to know at the end of the day, at the end of the year, is he the guy?
Yep.
Sure.
And so far,
Incomplete.
the question cannot be answered.
now. It probably won't be for a long time.
And I think there's going to be some people that, regardless of what happens, they're going to sit there and they're going to say Jalen's not the guy, and they just don't like him, and for whatever reason, maybe they were Carson holdouts. But look, I mean, I was a Carson fan, but I'm an Eagles fan first. So Jalen's our guy; he's our guy.
Yeah.
But so there's going to be an audience that's not going to be pleased no matter what, and there's going to be another side of the audience that, no matter what he does, is also going to be convinced, yes, he is the guy.
Yeah.
And so it's all about those people in the middle, and that's where I land. And I think like for everyone here, I think that's where we all stand. We're all kind of right in that middle.
Well, we recognize that it's the best in the Eagles' future that Jalen Hurts be the guy. And if he is the guy, that means, the draft capital that we have amassed for the next year or two,
you can spend that
can be something that the Eagles have done. Yeah, maybe.
That's going to be a big one. Oh.
Penalty now.
Please. Again.
Yeah.
All good. So anyway, we're here live in Pitman, New Jersey. Back to this guy's home and his birthplace. I just wanted to say that out loud.
Thanks, sure.
Yeah, no problem. So we're here at the Pitman Craft Fair, right outside of Lenny and Suzy's Sports Memorabilia. It's a fantastic shop. Lenny and Suzy are fantastic, amazing, wonderful people.
Great people.
We get jerseys from them all the time. In fact, when we're done our show, we're going to be going in there and combing through the jerseys and picking out a couple for ourselves.
I got paid on Friday. I might as well just sign my paycheck over to Lenny here.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seamus, Fly Eagles Fly. And speaking of Seamus, special shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for setting all this up. Thank you for everything you do for the Philadelphia Underdogs Facebook group. So we're here mostly because of Seamus, honestly.
Yeah.
He set everything up, did a lot of legwork, and really kind of set this up with Lenny to have us out here during the craft fair. So super shout out to those guys. And in fact, we'll have them on in a little bit to kind of talk more about the fair and talk more about the shop here. But if you are anywhere near Pitman, please come on out. Head on down to 2nd Avenue. We are right outside under the tent. We're talking birds. We got jerseys outside. We got giveaways that we're going to be doing later today. We got cards. We got Papali jersey, Brandon Graham jersey we're giving away. We got hats. We got magnets. We got we got so much stuff. Cards.
Yeah,
so
bobbleheads.
come on out. Not only just for the free giveaways and the raffles, but also head into the shop here. Get yourself a fresh Eagles jersey or Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, whatever you want. They got it all here. So so super shout out to Seamus and Lenny and Suzy for everything they've done. So
Yes.
also want to welcome everybody in from the Painted Lines. Obviously, we heard from Dibes a little bit earlier, the godfather of the TPL. Busting my chops a little bit. So everybody from the Painted Lines, if you do not know about the Painted Lines, head on over to their YouTube, their website, thepaintedlines.com. Fantastic articles, make great, amazing shows. We partner up with them. They stream live on our Facebook. We stream on their YouTube, so you can check out all of our shows there, the Philly Sports Alliance shows, which includes the Football Smackdown show and the Philly Broadcast. And our good buddy Sean, a.k.a. the Bald Eagle podcast, the TLC show. So we got plenty of shows on the Painted Lines YouTube, and all of theirs on our Facebook. So shout out to the Painted Lines. So obviously we saw last week what Justin Jefferson did. Led
pretty good.
Yeah, led the week 1 with 184 receiving yards. I mean, I felt like he had like 5 million at halftime. And he was just like, I'm just going to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
He seems sometimes very unstoppable. And it's tough because...
Again, I always look at him and think, man, I really wish we could have a guy like that.
Well, you're going to need to get over that one of these days.
One day.
AJ Brown.
We do have an AJ Brown.
We do.
Right.
We do.
Right, that should soften the blow and make you forget a little bit. But regardless, he's not just one of those receivers that just sticks on one side. He's either side, he's in the slot. So all of our D-backs are going to get a workout.
So you say he's not just a slot guy?
So
This
Bradbury.
is multitasking.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Bradbury, Slay, Maddox, Gardner Johnson, they're all going to have to put in some work to try and contain Justin Jefferson as much as humanly possible. We got a special little guest here who's live podcast.
Nothing can go wrong when you're live.
Nothing can go wrong when you're live.
Exactly.
So it looks like somebody just bought a Maxi jersey here. That's awesome. Congrats on that. Anyway, so what are your thoughts on what the Eagles need to do versus Justin Jefferson?
I mean,
please tell us the game plan to shut him down, Ryan. Come on,
great question.
Come on, Finn. You're a professional.
Way to log that softball up there.
Is that the Tanya Harding treatment?
Yeah,
Where you just pelt him in the kneecap right before the game.
There's a whole generation of people now since then who are probably sitting there being like, wait, what is he talking about?
Oh my God!
Well, there's a movie you can go watch.
There is.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie was in it.
Yes, I time.
Honestly, it's just going to be all hands on deck. I mean, everybody being involved, everybody being aware. It's going to be one of those things where I believe, yes, he's going to get his 100 yards, something like that.
Sure.
So
Right.
maybe the question would be, how are we going to contain the rest of the Vikings offense when what you're going to get from Justin Jefferson?
Right.
So now, where's our focus going to lie outside of that? So I think that's the best question.
I mean, you said it earlier too, Adam Thielen. Obviously,
He's pretty
great wide receiver. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle now that Jefferson is kind of just blown up. And you have a very young tight end, Irv Smith Jr., who I really, really like. So yeah, they definitely have some weapons. And then let's not forget Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
When
He's a
healthy,
running back.
when one of the best running backs in the league,
Yeah.
and he's healthy right now. So we
Yeah,
saw what
it's a little bit
we saw what DeAndre Smith did, against the Eagles last week. So with the run defense not being that great, and we're going up against one of the best wide receivers in the league, the defense really has themselves a test in front of them.
Yep, their work cut out for them.
Most definitely. And while I was very, I understood week one is what it was. It is what it was, and you're going to need to see improvement here. But man, it would have been nice to have a little bit of a soft lead in to improvement. So they're really going to have to be on their game all game, and again, contain as much as they can.
Yeah, it's nice that it's at home.
Yeah.
So you got the crowd behind you. Hopefully we can be loud enough to kind of throw them off a little bit.
Yeah.
But, it's going to be a great game. I mean,
it's
that environment is going to be
the first home game
yeah.
for the Eagles. We're obviously all going to be down there. And by the way, if anybody's going to the game, please come on, check out our tailgate. We're in the Wells Fargo lot between C1 and C3.
but never C2.
C2. You're right. Evan checks in. What up, Evan? Appreciate it. It's a party.
what's going on, Ev?
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
What's everybody doing on this Saturday afternoon? We watching any college football at home?
Yeah, I know, right? If you're watching college football, let us know what game you're watching, even the score.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
So,
Let me know if maybe one of my parlays is going through.
you degenerate gambler.
I am an absolute degenerate.
My God, you're gonna start betting on Canadian football here soon.
Is that an option on DraftKings?
Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. My God, he's gonna be betting on that.
Calgary Stampede are a lock.
Japanese baseball, Little League World Series.
Oh, I know you can bet Japanese baseball.
Oh wow,
I haven't done it, but I know you can.
the fact that you're just like, oh yeah, I'm well aware.
No, I'm aware you can do it. I've not done it myself.
Well, we're gonna partner up with 1-800-GAMBLER for Eric's
They're going to be
sake.
the new sponsor
So
of our show.
if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Eric.
So wait, what's that number?
Yeah.
You have to tell us with an intervention.
Pretty,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. This isn't an Eagle show. This is an Eric, you have a problem show.
I
Jal
just need Tom
checks
Brady
in.
to throw 2 touchdowns tomorrow.
There you
I'm
go.
good.
Jal checks in. What are the key points you will be looking for at the game on Monday? Yeah, I think that's a great question, Jal. I think really defensively, if you want to pick one defense, one offensively. Defensively, again, I think what you said was kind of limiting everybody outside of Jefferson.
Yeah.
You know he's going to go off. You know he's going to do his thing. So if you can, again, maybe not have him break any records, that would be fantastic. And then the Thielens, the Smiths, the Cooks, the whoever's have what they do be pretty limited.
Yeah.
That would be certainly helpful and be, a lot better in the red zone. Offensively, I think, doing what they did last week. but again, being a little bit more
build on it,
efficient, build on it. Go through the progressions. Don't throw, you don't have to throw A.J. Brown the ball 78 times. You do have Devontae Smith. You have Quez. You have Goddard. You have Sanders, Gainwell, Scott. Like, you spread the ball around.
Yeah.
And I think if we get a little bit better of a mix, I'd be happy with just the top three, Goddard, Devontae, and A.J. kind of having, that 8, 9, 10 target range would be nice. Again, I don't know if they're going to be throwing the ball that much, depending on what the scores are and whatnot. But yeah, I think as the game progresses, hopefully they can adjust and keep the offensive intensity going as they did last week, scoring 31 total points.
Yeah. One of the drives that when we were watching, we were all together last week watching, also celebrating Eric's 500 consecutive game, which is really amazing. Yeah, that's incredible.
Which is insane.
Thank you, guys.
1992, by the way.
But when you saw the healthy mix of run and pass, that really opened it up. I mean, I'm not breaking any news here, but it's just when you saw Miles Sanders getting that 10 yards, and then that kind of opened it up, and then Jalen Hurts was able to make some good throws. That was a great drive, and it felt natural. It felt great to watch, and I think that is huge for the momentum for this game is eating up the clock and having that healthy balance.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it on the in the first quarter, they barely ran the ball.
Yeah,
right.
Outside of
Jalen running for
Hurts.
his life.
Right, exactly. Because for whatever reason, the offensive line just was like, I don't know.
They weren't awake yet.
I'm not feeling it yet. So he was obviously running around, but I think Sanders maybe had one carry in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then they woke up and they realized, all right, let's mix it up. Let's, get things going. And that's when the offense really started humming. And, everybody and their mother scored a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, Miles Sanders hasn't scored since 1997.
Junior prom.
Yeah, 1997.
Since Penn State.
And, he scores his first rushing touchdown of the year, and hopefully a lot more to come. I mean, he's got to make up some, time. For all of the lack of touchdowns last year. So so speaking of the running game, I want to talk a little bit about that. What was your thought on, again, with Hurts involved, with Sanders, Scott, Gainwell? What did you think of the mix of the splits, the carries? How did you feel after this game on our Eagles run game?
I mean, I felt great. Like, honestly, seeing Miles Sanders healthy, doing well, running the ball well, his vision, I was ecstatic. I mean, and then, getting Gainwell and Scott involved was absolutely fantastic. So I say, just, again, mixing it in properly and keeping the defense guessing is going to be paramount.
Look, I was encouraged by the running game, but I wanted to see Gainwell a little more involved. I wanted to see just a couple more carries. I'd like to see more of the running backs carrying it as opposed to as we get intruded here.
Yeah, that's happening.
We might as well embrace it. Our fourth
co-host, my son Rana. He loves the Birds, don't you? You like the Eagles? Who's your favorite player?
Brian Dawkins.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Brian Dawkins.
Good choice.
Good choice.
You have a lot of good memories of watching Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, clearly. Lots of live memories with B-Dawkins. Joe, hey, what's up, buddy? I agree with you. All right, so now let's move to the passing game.
Okay.
Obviously, we know that A.J. Brown caught 10 passes, 155 yards.
Stud.
Looked amazing out there. Was catching everything. What were your thoughts again with that, but also with Smith and Goddard and Quez and all that? What was your breakdown of the passing game?
A.J. Brown just looking comfortable in an Eagles jersey was awesome. Just seeing him do his thing. This is that's a preview of what we can look forward to for this year. Obviously, I think we had mentioned it before, but with Devontae Smith, getting him involved, not forcing it. I want to see Goddard. I want to see more Goddard. I want to see him with a touchdown. I want to see him, just getting downfield. He's so athletic. He's so talented. He's so big. He can cause a lot of problems for a defense. So that's what I want to see a lot more of.
Eric, what about you, buddy?
Well, I'll also echo your sentiments on wanting to see Goddard score a touchdown since I bet that on Sunday.
Back to the betting.
Back to 1-800-GAMBLER, everybody.
I saw the opening for it, so I had to take it.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
But no, I would have loved to see more people involved. Look, this still comes down to Jalen's not making his progressions. He's not working through and getting it to secondary receivers. It's either one read or maybe he'll toss it out to the running back, but then it's take off and run.
Yeah.
This may not be a popular sentiment, but look, the A.J. Brown stuff, that was great. But you've got to be able to mix it through. And can I see the guy change his eyes one time to bring a safety off of a guy?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think what was very encouraging is how easy A.J. Brown just looked out there.
Yeah.
Some of those routes, man, he was getting so much separation. And to, think that it's only hopefully going to get improved with Jalen Hurts' ball placement. Some of those were balls that if he would have hit right in stride would have led to touchdowns or so much more yards. So Joe says AJ Brown beast out. Jalen had no way not to run. He was under so much pressure. He was.
Yeah.
Jaw checks in again. Didn't say it before, but I am a huge fan of your show, guys. Oh, appreciate it, man. Thanks, Jaw. I was at your show last Sunday and enjoyed it. You guys really know your stuff. Congrats, Eric. 500 games. What an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody should strive for that kind of accomplishment.
If only Eric was committed to getting help for his gambling problem as much as he loves his betting. Joe, my favorite player of all time is Jerry Brown. Does anybody know who that is?
Maybe Jerome.
Jerome Brown? Jerry Reis?
There's another one.
AJ Brown? There's a J in it? I don't know. All of his routes were fluid. Yes, they absolutely were.
Great out there.
And that's the thing. That was what was super. That was what was super encouraging. Is the fact that he looked fluid out there. He looked like he belonged, like he was, there for years. And, I'm really hopeful. I'm really glad that, he's on our team now, and he is only going to get better, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. A.J. Brown looked phenomenal. But I'll just keep going back to, we all know the stories of Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. Jalen was in diapers throwing the ball to A.J. Brown.
Right.
I get it.
We are the two best friends.
Yeah, sure. They're the two best friends that anybody could have.
Right.
But, I need to see him be able to work through his progressions,
Right.
to go from read 1 to read 2 and deliver the football confidently.
Yes, 100%. This is my first time catching your show. Great vibe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for checking in.
appreciate it, buddy.
Hit the like and
and share.
Make sure you like, you follow, you get on
smash
the YouTube.
that follow button.
Make sure you follow us and subscribe on our YouTube channel as well. In fact, all of our things are right up here.
Yeah,
we're
blindly
on.
follow.
Blindly follow Twitter, Philly Sports PSA, and then of course we're everywhere where you get your favorite podcasts. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Did you want to promote the shows? The stores?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
let me do it now.
So yeah, we're gonna bring on Lenny here in a second. In fact, I'll probably pop out so you can pop in. And yeah, so we have a lot of people to thank for everything here at the Pitman Craft Fair. So Len, why don't you pop in? I'm gonna pop out. Here, bud.
Here, why don't we all?
And
Let's all rotate.
rotate.
Chinese fire drill.
Rotate. And then,
Yeah, come sit in the center, Len.
Got my back, man.
We got you.
First of all, I want to thank Seamus, Ryan, both Ryans, and Eric for coming out there and checking us out. I also want to thank the County of Pitman for allowing us to set up this podcast for everybody here. I also want to thank a few of our sponsors. One of our sponsors is Forever Fabulous Finds. And what they do, they sell little kids' clothing. The next people I'd like to thank is Mama Mia's, one of the best sandwiches you will ever find in downtown Pittman. Everybody will vouch for that.
Yeah, we got sandwiches there last time we were here.
Yeah,
they were
phenomenal.
incredible.
The next people I'd like to thank also is Crossroads Comics. These people here, they sell comic books, all kinds of figurines from Star Wars to Marvel comic figurines. Couldn't thank them enough. They helped out with the flyers and everything else. The second place I'd like to thank is also the Scarecrow Factory Country Store and the Sunflowers Dressing Room. What they do is they sell all kinds of different boutique dresses, stuff like that. They also sell decorations, home decor, all that stuff. The next place is the Touch of Ireland. They sell all kinds of different things from Ireland. The Crave, which they got the most magnificent cookies and pastries you could ever taste. Then I also want to thank the Brio Beauty Studio and Skincare. That kind of basically speaks for itself. You want to get a haircut, you want your skin done, or your nails done, this is the place to go. The second place I want to thank also is Maggie Page. Without Maggie Page, some of this wouldn't be possible. She actually helped me out with, when I first started my business. And they sell all kinds of women's petite clothes. I also want to thank Attilio's Pizza, which is right down the street from sitting there and letting me put out our flyers in front of their store. I also want to thank, there's another store that's going to be opening here. It's called Sophie's Art Gallery, which will be opening up November the 1st. Then the next people I also want to thank is Words Matter Bookstore. These people here put out a thing that was called Where's Waldo? It was a magnificent thing they did. They had kids coming to all the different stores. We were like the number one hit in Pittman that day, for the last 2 months. Great place to go. Magnificent books, good prices, all that stuff. The next people I'd like to thank also is the Uptown Antiques in Pittman. This place here has all kinds of different antiques, records, guitars, whatever you think they may possibly have, they probably have it. And I also want to thank Martini's on Broadway, a great bar across the street from our main location, right down from where we're at. Also, I want to thank also the Pitman Broadway Theater. The theater here has been around probably for about 150 years.
The famous Pitman.
I mean, this is a great place. I've actually got 3 concerts I'm going to. I am actually going to go see the Boston Journey Tribute Band, Guns N' Roses, and Billy Joel. They have all kinds of plays, all kinds of great things also. I also want to thank Maxine's Uptown Boutique. They do crystals and pocketbooks and stuff like that. And I just really want to thank you guys and everybody else who helped us support us. Without you guys or all the help we have from the county of Pittman, we couldn't do it without you. So come out, check out the craft show. It's open till 4 o'clock. And if anybody wants to come on down, check these guys out. They're absolutely magnificent on the podcast. We also got a great giveaways here. You have an opportunity to win an autographed Vince Papale jersey. We also have from the Underdogs raffle, which is Seamus' podcast. They are also be having a Brandon Graham jersey. So come by, check out Lenny and Suzy Sports Member, and check out this magnificent podcast with these guys. And everybody have a great day and enjoy. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Lenny. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Lenny.
you.
Thanks for coming on. That was really cool.
Thank you.
It sounds like I could get lost here in a long
That was
weekend.
awesome. Did great.
Thanks for coming on.
Man, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we love you. All right, so we'll recompose ourselves here a minute. As Ryan's still with his son in the store, and he can.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're good.
That's amazing. I mean, Lenny is such a great steward for this town. I mean, all the businesses around here, everybody working together. You know,
I feel like I could get lost here, like on a long weekend.
Oh yeah,
just have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a cool, quaint, small little
you
town,
know what? I'll move in if you want to come sit here in my seat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful day. If you're around, please come check us out. Check out the local businesses, the craft fair here. Everything's just beautiful. It's a gorgeous day out. You won't regret it at all. Now we have Seamus here. Let him talk about what he's doing right now. He's got a lot going on. So, Seamus?
Yeah, tell us about the Underdogs.
Hey guys, yeah, I run the Philadelphia Underdogs group on Facebook, and been around now for about 3 years, and have about a little over 1,500 members. And
Nice.
That's awesome.
done a couple different events. This is the second podcast show we've done, and with these guys right here, Ryan, and Eric, and the Football Smack Talk show, and also done a cookout and a couple other events. Gonna have more events in the future. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the defense and
Sure.
Jonathan Gannon, and how I think we could fix some of the problems.
By all means,
that we've
yeah.
had.
Yeah.
I know, a lot of us Eagles fans don't like that he, instead of playing man on man, cornerback, wide receiver, he tends to, have the cornerbacks 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. If we play more man to man and then have a safety, kind of back, checking things out, checking the quarterback's eyes out, and bringing more pressure. I mean, we got that defensive line for a reason. We got so many guys that can bring the pressure, and, get after the quarterback. And, now we have a pretty good secondary that can, when you get pressure, they can make plays happen in the, on the receiver, and, make something happen. Like the interception by James Bradbury, former Giant, his first game as an Eagle. The ball was tipped.
Already an Eagle great.
Yep.
Yeah. It was tipped, and he caught it and returned it for a touchdown in his first game as an Eagle. I'd love to see a lot more of that and a lot more pressure. And, we're playing the Vikings on Monday, and they got a really talented wide receiving core and talented running back in Dalvin Cook. But if you, bring the pressure and, play Jordan Davis a lot more, like the guy, like they were saying earlier, when he was in the game, 2.9 yards per carry.
Sure.
When he wasn't, 10.4,
Yeah, and that's all. Look, Kirk Cousins is a great pocket quarterback, and he's really good when he's on time. What you have to do, you have to get him off of his spot and out of his rhythm. And that's the best way to throw him off, and that's where you talk about the defensive line. They've got to win those one-on-one battles, and that's really what predicates the whole Jonathan Gannon system, is the defensive line winning their one-on-ones, and then everything else works off of that. Now, and I know what you're talking about, like trying to mix it up, play some more just man-on-man defense and hat on a hat, and that's a great idea. Sometimes it's like matchups dictate styles, and I think this is one of those matchups that dictates that style. That dictates that Slay has to be able to win that one-on-one battle with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
That, like Jordan Davis has to win his battle at the offensive line, and Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham's going to be asked to play a lot more snaps. I mean, we joked about Derek Barnett and, his first and 5 penalties all the time. But these are all things like having Derek Barnett makes Brandon Graham's job easier.
Yeah.
It makes Josh Sweat's job easier.
Yep.
Now, I think Josh Sweat has a tendency, when left out there too long, he tends to get exposed, and when he plays too many snaps. And what I mean by that, I'll explain if you guys don't mind, is his ability to get after the quarterback and just and knock him off his rhythm. That's what works for him. But he's very good in that like short stint. Like, you know, he needs to come in there for a couple plays and then he needs to rotate out.
Yeah.
When you're asking him to play too many snaps, he tends to blow up out there, like get gassed and run out of steam, and then that leads to taking plays off and big plays for the other team.
Absolutely. One of the big things I think that Seamus mentioned was that cushion that the wide receivers were giving
I
in
hate
Detroit.
that so much.
And
So do I.
I think just playing up a little bit, you know, not giving them that yardage to get their route going, to make that move, I think that would help a little bit, especially in this upcoming game. So hopefully they can kind of get up on the wide receiver, like you were saying, Eric,
More
with
physical.
the Slay matchup with Justin Jefferson. If he's frustrating him throughout the game, hopefully that can show, and then Justin Jefferson won't be able to do as well as he did last week.
Right.
That's the most
Ultimately,
important.
that's all we're really looking to do with Justin Jefferson. Just don't let him kill us.
Yeah.
Like, obviously he's going to get some yards and he might even get a touchdown, but we can't have him pull an AJ Brown from Sunday and get like 150 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a great matchup, going to be a great game. Seamus, do you have anything going on your any new shows or anything like that, or anything coming up that we can promote for you?
Oh, if we can, I would just point out, 6.9 yards of separation between the DBs and that's just too much.
Yeah,
You got to
agreed.
get up there, hat on a hat. Like, let's play some physical. Let's play with some edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Well, another thing I noticed was Hassan Reddick. They instead of he had 25 sacks combined the last 2 years, and so he's more of a blitzer, and they put him back in coverage numerous times. And with Derek Barnett getting hurt, I think they should use Taron Jackson a little bit more. I'm kind of high on him, and
Sure.
some of the defensive tackles who can also get some pressure. Milton.
Yeah, Milton Williams. Yeah.
Well, Milton Williams and the other Milton. I forget how to say his last name, but give some guys some snaps and next man up mentality. Just get the job done.
Yep.
Getting pressure. And,
But right, like this team was always really good at like hurrying the quarterback, which I think they might have created that stat just to make the Eagles fans feel better.
Yeah.
The hurries, like it's hey, you're getting pressure, but you're not getting home. Like we need to get home. We need to get hits on Kirk Cousins. If he has they'll be wearing their white jerseys in a minute for the Vikings. If his jersey is clean, it's a problem.
We didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah, he needs to have some grass stains on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he tends to, when he gets pressured, he's the quarterback that tends to, he gets hit numerous times. He'll throw it up and, pick six or,
Sure.
Interception, just like.
Maybe he'll even down it at the end of the half when you should punt it or
when you
spike
should
it.
spike it, yeah.
He'll down it instead.
And he
Yeah.
has a
When he just turned
mentality
his
to
nose
fumble
at the 3
too.
points.
So
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's a
Hey,
lot
can we
that
talk about
that-
some of the Kirk Cousins
that's
horrific
that's
games
one of the big
against the
things.
Eagles?
Yeah, that's a great point because we know Kirk Cousins very well.
From his days in Washington.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and it's like, which Kirk Cousins are we going to see tomorrow? Or I'm sorry, on Monday.
right.
So that's
I know
the
home
big
opener being on
question.
a Monday night keeps throwing me off.
I know.
I keep wanting to say Sunday.
I kind of wish
Yeah.
it was tomorrow
Me too.
me
because
too.
I want it to come quickly.
Well,
but
sure, yeah.
it's okay. All good things come in time. So
Well, and now we'll be able to sit back tomorrow, watch the entire slate of NFL.
Yeah.
And see all my gambling money go up in smoke.
yep, get to watch for fantasy reasons, for gambling reasons. Definitely going to be exciting.
Sure. And man, we are live outside here.
Oh, yeah.
What a beautiful day. A lot different from our last podcast here. Which,
I think it was about 100 degrees the last time we were here.
Yeah, it
at
was.
least 110.
Yeah.
The sweat was literally pouring off on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost 25 pounds that day. In just sweat.
Yep. Oh, it is absolutely beautiful. Please come on down, check us out. Come to Lenny and Suzy's Sports Memorabilia Shop. Check out the Pitman Craft Fair. Everything is.
Which we coming in here, which I think we broke a couple traffic laws coming in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither. I don't know what I'm talking about either. But man, the sea of humanity, it's awesome. It's great to see this kind of stuff. Everybody out enjoying the craft fair and just having a good time.
Yeah, thankfully we can all be out and about again.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time, and
too long.
It's been great. Just really pumped for this game.
Yeah, gonna be a huge matchup. And I'm looking forward to, like you said, some of the one-on-one matchups that, we're looking at. Like Darius Slay matched up against Justin Jefferson. I would assume he'll probably follow him all over the field, or at least that's what I would do.
Yeah.
If I was defensive coordinator, I'd say, that guy Jefferson, don't leave him.
Ever.
Like wherever he goes, if he goes off to the sidelines, if he goes up to the locker room to take a
follow him to the bathroom.
I want you to freaking hold the toilet paper there for him.
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe give him a little space in there.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're harping on this because of how talented he is. It's going to come up constantly. It's going to be one of the biggest highlights. I mean, you got one of the best corners in the league versus one of the best wide receivers in the league. So, obviously, this is a big down for this team, but we're excited about and wanted to talk about. So
All right, we are back. I guess we're on intermission there.
That unscheduled intermission.
Unscheduled intermission, but we are back. Again, special shout out to Seamus. Thank you so much for coming on. Special shout out to Lenny and just the wonderful shops around here in Pitman. We thank them, of course, and of course Suzy, who Lenny forgot to thank, and I will for him.
Yeah.
So that way it makes it seem even worse for him.
What was it? Her birthday the last time we were
Last
here?
time,
That's
yeah,
right,
it was,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah, back in May. So yeah, we're back at it again. The Pitman Craft Fair. It is insanely packed here. Like I was shocked when it was just wall to wall people. So if you're anywhere near Pitman, come on down to the main street. Enjoy the craft fair. It's literally right up the street there from us. We're on the side street on 2nd Ave, right outside of Lenny and Suzy Sports Memorabilia. Talking Spurs, getting ready for Monday night. I want to talk, honestly, I want to talk about the tailgate.
Hell yeah, that's going to be the main
I
attraction.
want to talk about the tailgate. And it's the first game of the year. You know, I feel like every year we're upping our game a bit. And, you know, we got the griddle, we got the cornhole, we got the, the booze, we got the games, we got, whatever we got.
It's going to be a party.
It's absolutely going to be a party. I cannot wait. Yeah. So
I'm so pumped.
yeah. What's on the menu for the first week? I think we agreed that maybe we're going to keep it a little simple.
I think we're going to do some burgers and dogs, and then I think we're going to bring back the bacon grilled cheese.
Oh,
I think that was a home run.
that was
So
a huge home run.
I think we're going to bring that back. Plus, when you get the bacon down on the grill,
Yeah.
spreads out that bacon grease, then start cooking the burgers in that. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's going to be awesome. So I think we're going to do burgers, dogs, bacon grilled cheese. That's pretty much the extent of it for game one.
Right. I mean,
Throughout
again,
Maybe
it's a
we
Monday
can get
night.
some bacon cheeseburgers too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Well, and then again, because it's a Monday night, normally we'll have a breakfast spread on a normal Sunday 1:00er, cooking sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, all
I
night.
love the whole sloppy scrambled eggs and just throwing it on a bagel with some cheese. Like, it's not designed to fit on a sandwich, and so it goes all over the plate. So you got that extra.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm super excited. We are going to be down in the Wells Fargo lot between C1 and C3. That's helpful. And we got to get arrested here. I think we might be doing that. No, they didn't see us. They didn't see us. Thank God. They did not see
You
us.
guys never saw me, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we were. Where were you on Thursday? Yeah. So it's probably. Yeah. So yeah, it's
Doing
good.
the TLC podcast.
There you go. There you go.
That's my
We have
alibi.
good video evidence of that. Swear.
One of the big things that I love about the Eagles tailgates are it's like a camaraderie. It's like the family you wanted your whole life. Everybody's there for the same reason, having a great time. Everybody's got their own different vibe in their tailgate. It's just it's going to be awesome. So I think it's like coming back. It's like a family reunion.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, I know Eric, you've certainly had tickets in your section for the longest time.
Since my dad started in 1986.
That's another question. Yeah, they were significantly cheaper one day. Over the years, do you ever get opportunity to move your seats up, or how does that work? As somebody who's a little bit
when they changed stadiums, they offered my dad a chance to move up or stay in a similar spot. And he asked about what would it be to move up, and it included, the ticket license fee, and that's where he was out. And he always told me if they ever tried to charge that for him in his second,
he was out.
to give it up.
Right, understandably. But as far as because You're obviously, what row are you?
228, row 28.
Right. So say if they,
It's
would they
30
ever,
to the top.
would they ever come up and say, hey, we have a spot opening up on row 2? Does that ever happen, or has that happened?
Well,
or?
okay, one time I remember, it's funny, it was actually a game my dad couldn't attend. Me and my Uncle Nick were there.
Okay.
And it was probably right around halftime. And it was 1993, the Eagles were playing the Bears. And it was the game, I think the second game after Randall had gotten hurt that second time. So it was not a fun time. Yeah. So the guy comes up to us as we're going down to go to the bathroom or something, do whatever we're going to go do. And he says, hey, would you guys want to go down to one of the sections lower? And so we're like, yeah, sure. And mind you, it was kind of cold that morning. And like where we were sitting, we were right in the sun. And so like as we got up to our seats, the layers came off.
Sure.
And then when he's like, oh yeah, you guys can sit down lower, we're like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. Let's get our stuff. We go down there, and as we got down there, the layers came back on as it got colder underneath the overhang near the bed.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the one time I remember we got upgraded.
Gotcha. Joel says, I see the hangover resemblances to you guys. Alan is Eric. Phil is Ryan Abbott. Ryan R. is Stu. I got to be Stu. Speaking of tailgates, what would you say is your favorite thing of the tailgate besides the food and the beer?
But just real quick, I would say that since he's Stu, if he was a dentist, he would call himself a doctor.
Yeah, 1,000%. I would definitely lean on that for sure.
Oh yeah, you absolutely would.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing besides the food?
Besides the food and beer,
I'll
say
just yeah. I was gonna say just seeing my people, seeing my friends, having people come join us at the tailgate that maybe doesn't normally are there. Friends of the show.
And I love the response that we always get. Wow, this is some setup. Wow,
yeah.
This is really awesome.
Yeah. So we always encourage anybody who listens to us, follows us, all of that. To pop in at our tailgate. You can always shoot us a message. We can figure out how to get you guys there. We're always saying, we're at the Wells Fargo lot, C1, C3.
Which is on the 95 side.
95 side, exactly. On the opposite side of the link from the Wells Fargo Center.
Right, yeah.
So the Wells Fargo is kind of in the middle, yeah. We always encourage everybody to kind of come on down and join us, grab a beer, have a good time, have some food.
We used to be over the F1 line, which is right in front of the stadium.
Right.
The grassy knoll area.
Yes, I do remember those days. So, honestly, it's just kind of seeing people that you see every week, every other week. And yeah, that's definitely the best part for me. And also, I love dominating in cornhole.
Yeah,
so
we do that pretty well.
We do that pretty well. So
I really love the not only just the family environment, but everybody's music. That always entertains me because you got somebody playing EDM over here, you got somebody playing classic rock over here, you got somebody playing rap over here.
Yeah,
and you would imagine, imagine that it would clash too much, or it just makes it more eclectic. Yeah.
You can kind of individually hear everything. It's awesome. So
I think that's one of the best parts. Is all that different music coming together and everybody, having their own great vibes.
Hey, what's up, Jock Doc? Hey guys, how is everybody? We're doing fantastic. Thank you for checking in, buddy.
Thank you.
For sure. So, Eric,
our second favorite co-host here.
Yeah, there you go. I meant when I was telling you about being upgraded, I meant like the actual Eagles saying, "Hey, your season tickets."
Oh no.
Could you, have they ever reached out and said, "Hey, we have a chance for you to move up"?
No, I think that would be something we'd have to inquire about. I know when my dad, because we at one point had up as many as 5 seats. And because it was me, my dad, and my uncle, and the guy my dad worked with, he had 2.
Yeah.
That guy dropped off when he got married. His wife gave him an ultimatum. This was like 1994. You can keep your season tickets, or you can have the NFL Sunday ticket. He chose the Sunday ticket.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
It is. And I'm
Anyways.
at least back then, maybe.
Yeah, right. Now talking about Lamar wants Eagles if not signed. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. So a report came out that now that the season has started, that contract talks with Lamar and the Ravens are put on hold. Rightfully so, as smart, right?
Yeah.
But then some report, and again, I'm not sure if it has been confirmed that Lamar Jackson himself has said this, but basically he listed about 3 teams that he would love to play for.
Sure.
Eagles were one of them.
Who are the other 2? You know?
I don't off the top of my head.
Sorry if I put you on the spot.
No, I don't. Off the top of my head, but it's the other
I would
2
guess that one would probably be LA, the Rams.
No, it wasn't anybody. Yeah, it was 2 other
really?
weird teams. So maybe Jock Talk knows. But yeah, so as much as I think we can all appreciate what Lamar Jackson does and is.
I feel like Jalen Hurts. If you're going that route, it's just because you think Jalen is Lamar Jackson-like.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of view it as more of a distraction. Like, we don't need that kind of crap. Like, we already, Philly and the damn quarterbacks, man. There's always so much. We're always talking about it. We're always talking about our
There's a
quarterback.
contingent now that believe the Eagles should bench Jalen Hurts and start Gardner Minshew.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, unfortunately, I don't like to talk about them because I don't like to talk about idiots. But,
Wow. If I say if not Jalen, go into the draft. You have young, cheap quarterback for 4 more years. 1,000%.
Yeah.
I would, as much as I really do like Lamar, I like
number
him.
over 100, and that's my percentage of how much I agree with that statement.
Yeah. No, I 1,000% agree. That should be definitely the play, unless for whatever reason you're gonna somehow get him, cheaply, which you're not. So again, it's not even worth talking about. But yeah, I mean, listen, I view it more as a distraction. And what's going on here?
We have an issue here.
Us. There it goes. Alright, yeah, we almost saw battery almost died. That was like the 17th technical difficulty of
Not us.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. One of these days we'll figure it out.
I figure right around the time that we decide we're going to stop podcasting, that's when we'll have the first episode.
Yeah, right. It'll be one hell of a last episode.
Yeah, right. Then the world will get hit by a meteor, and then that'll be it.
Wow, that was dark.
That's right. I went dark on us.
I was real dark for no reason. God. Anyway.
I think we'd spend our last few moments here together, like around.
Yeah, that would be really depressing.
Yeah, I'd rather spend. No offense, guys. I'd rather spend my final moments of my life.
Understandable.
Make sure we'll clip that.
Yes, please.
And then,
Clip that.
And then we'll send it. We'll
Yes,
send it to her, and then that way
absolutely.
you have it on record that you were a nice guy once.
One time.
One time.
I want to set that bar too high.
No, of course.
Start to expect things and leave that kind of pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's getting real busy out here in front of Lenny and Suzy's. We love it. We love seeing it. People are coming in and out.
Lots of people represent University.
Yeah, there's a lot of
college. No problem.
Hey, there you go. Love it. Absolutely love doing it. So hopefully people are buying a whole bunch of stuff in Lenny and Suzy's shop.
Yeah.
We get jerseys here all the time. In fact, he is definitely our jersey go-to.
He's our jersey guy,
yeah. Jerseys in Jersey. So yeah, if you're looking for a pretty nice jersey, and yeah, this is a perfect spot. He can get you anything you want. For me, for somebody who is trying to get an Eagles jersey from 1 to 99, he has helped.
How's that trek going?
Good. I believe I am about 65 jerseys total. And I think I'm in the, I've hit 55. Over halfway there of the different numbers. And it's tough because you look at the, again, Eagles jerseys throughout the history of, since 1933. Some jersey numbers, there really have not been a lot of good people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My two toughest have been number 3 and number 8. Unfortunately, I had to settle for a Mark Sanchez jersey, which is depressing on many levels. And then number 8.
Yeah, have you decided on the number 8?
I think. Yes, right over here. Number 8. I'm gonna go with Donnie Bones Jones.
Okay.
Super Bowl champion again.
You can't go wrong if you pick up.
I have a rule against not getting covered.
No, just now you will have a complete football team.
I will have a complete football team, so for sure. So Lenny, bringing it back. Yeah, thanks, buddy. So bringing it back, Lenny has really helped out in my quest, getting custom jerseys of random Eagles that
You got a Madden jersey, right?
I have a Madden jersey. I got the Art Monk jersey. Played for the Eagles 1 year.
I haven't counted Lions.
Well, he played for many years.
Yes.
Many people have that jersey. But yeah, still got you
But I
nice
have one
count.
that actually fits me now.
Got to have that don't fit anything. Yeah, I agree. And
In fact, I'm thinking that might be my jersey selection for week 3.
oh yeah, that was basic.
You know that one? I'm thinking one of the old school guys, like Reggie.
Maybe I should wear my Art Monk down there.
There you go.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That's actually really
Wouldn't that be funny?
yeah.
For sure.
So now I have a system that I was trying to do this year for these games, like for choosing my jersey for each week. So like I wanted to pick on the particular matches. So I wore my Darius Slay last week. Like,
to try. Are you gonna wear your regular jersey?
I no, I do not have one.
I
I do have.
Why not?
I,
Yeah, why not? Why not? I can lend you one. I have fucking
I
two
know
of
you do.
them. Two of them.
I did consider pulling
An idiot.
out. I did consider pulling out my Vice Nick Foles jersey for Minneapolis to beat the Vikings, and they do their skull shape, skull, and the Eagles adopted it for Foles.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about wearing the Nick Foles jersey on Monday night.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Hold on.
But I am fielding recommendations.
What jersey is your all-time wish? See, that's tough because I have so
Good
many
question.
that, like, honestly, it's like
Very good question.
at this point, I really don't need a lot. But
Well, Fineran, if you have an idea in mind, do you want to go first?
yeah, I was going to say you guys should go first.
That's a really good question. Honestly, for me personally, I think it would be the Kelly Green, Reggie White. I think, very similar to that they have in here.
That one.
I think that's a great jersey. Minister Defense. I mean, it's just an all-time classic Eagle. So
I feel like anybody
that's
who
great
has
jersey.
Eagles jerseys needs to have a red.
thankfully, thanks to Lenny and Suzy's Sports Memorabilia, I got my other top lists. My number 1 was a all-black Ryan Dawkins jersey, or the black. So I got one of them the last time I was here. So
If Joel's looking for a Slay jersey, they got a bunch in there.
yeah.
Darius Slay.
Yeah, absolutely. Slay all day.
Slay.
Eric, what about you? There you go.
It's funny. I tend to go more like the off-the-wall guys.
Sure.
So, like, I would love to get a Byron Evans jersey. And part of my thought on that, and I've always kind of blamed myself for all this, and it'll all make sense in a minute when I explain the story. Byron Evans was injured in a game against the Cleveland Browns.
What year was this, Eric?
That was 1994. And that was his last game with the Eagles. And it actually started the Eagles' collapse from 7-2 to 7-9.
Wow.
and I had actually gotten into a little trouble with the parents.
What'd
Was
you
not
do?
able to attend. Oh,
What'd you do?
okay.
Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole. Let's tell the full story,
I'll
buddy.
tell the full story. So, me and a friend, producer of the show, Dennis Cope, had gotten into a little issue over the summer.
Producer.
The old producer. So, 4th of July party, we got into some of the alcoholic beverages left over by the parents
Okay.
the next day, and to which somehow he was seen at fault. I think I just totally threw him under the bus.
That sounds like you.
Yeah. And so we were both told we weren't allowed to hang out without parental supervision.
That is a smart move by the old man.
Absolutely, sure.
So then the next day they went to the Eagles game and left you alone?
No. So the story goes, that Friday we were supposed to hang out. Now this was a planned thing. He was going to come over, and my dad was going to be home from work, and so it's all going to be fine. So he walks with the old, knowing that my dad wouldn't be home from work yet. And so we're thinking, okay, we'll just go in briefly. And I explained this the way that I'm explaining it now. It wouldn't have been as bad, and I probably wouldn't have gotten in any trouble. But of course I lied and told that, no, he wasn't coming with me. He just happened to be on his way home, and then we just... Anyway, so I lied, I got grounded, couldn't go to the game. And that was the game. Byron Evans got injured, and I always kind of felt like in
was
a
your
weird
fault.
Universal way, it was my fault.
It was.
Absolutely.
It
And
was.
then I caused the collapse from Rich Kotite's led team from 7-2 to 7-9. Although I'll always say he caused that own collapse, but afterwards he said, you are what your record says you are, and they were 7-2 in the first place seed, and he won all of 4 games the rest of his coaching career.
Yeah. It's almost so sad it's impressive.
Right? It's a yes, sir. Rich Kotite, if you're watching out there somewhere, you are what your record says you are. You are abysmal.
Well, there you go.
No, I do not harbor any ill will.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
30 years ago.
No,
Not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough for me to pick one jersey at this point, but I would say my personal favorite that I have. Oh man, it's tough.
But what's your favorite of what you have?
Right, that's what I'm trying to.
I thought the question was which one you want. Like,
Well,
what's
sure,
what's
but
on
like
your
he
wish
wants
list?
Well, yeah,
one of
that's
all
the thing.
of
Like,
them.
I want all of them. So,
But like, okay, what's the next one you're looking
Yeah.
at saying I want to go get?
More than 99.
well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I need to get a Van Buren.
Okay.
I do
That's
too.
next up on my list.
There you go.
Outside of that, I gotta get a Pharrell
Actually,
Buckhalter.
Yeah, he actually wore and you're the number I always wore in every sport.
15,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the reason why I took 15.
Is it now?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, I gotta get myself like a Ricky. I gotta get myself a Herschel. Yeah, there's
I have a Herschel. Got from Lenny.
Yeah, I got it from Lenny. So, yeah, there's many on my list of to do to get. Again, that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of years. But I would say my favorite is probably Randall, Kelly Jane Randall.
It's a good go-to.
Well, it's a good go-to, but again, it was I got it at a game that I went to with my dad. So again, there's a little bit of that
It
memory
kind
in
of
there.
started the.
It kind of did, yeah. I mean, again, I kind of had older jerseys that no longer fit, as you do, and just started slowly amassing random jerseys, and then it just kind of clicked that I should try and do this. So, it's a good question. How many jerseys will be walking away with today? Let me tell you, whatever that number is, that's the amount that my wife would, I'm sure, hate. That
I can tell you,
today.
in case my wife's watching, I will go home with whatever one the free one we're given is an exchange for this, and that is it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that, because I don't see that happening, Mr. Gambler. That's not happening. I will probably, again, it depends. I'll probably place an order in for Donnie Jones bones, and and then Buren, and then maybe find something here. We'll see. But I usually come out of here with 3.
Yeah.
That's usually my thing. I'll come out with 3, check off 3 off my list, and move on to the next.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, but it's.
How do you talk about what your jersey might be? You had I know you said you want to.
You have a very limited jersey collection. At this
I do.
point.
I have a McCoy. I have a T.O.
Yeah.
And then I have a
Ryan
Dawkins.
Right.
Hey, okay, you did say Reggie.
So Reggie. I mean, obviously for
What about
me,
AJ Brown? There's a bunch of AJ Browns.
for me, I'm from my era of starting to watch the Eagles as
early 2000s.
Yeah, so Donovan McNabb always has a place in my heart.
Sure. Westbrook.
Brian Westbrook, obviously.
Yeah.
So Todd Pinkston.
My God.
Just kidding.
I grew up on an apple of that.
Mickey Dance.
So I mean, there's a lot of good options out there, but I would say honestly, it would be Reggie White, Donovan McNabb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are,
Which I gotta
get the.
I wonder about the hate.
Yeah.
Like, because he gets a
Well,
lot of hate
this far off, and it's like, all right, I think we can all calm down.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, to really round out my jersey collection, I would love to have a new Suzy jersey. I know it's not. I know we're not.
No, hey,
It's not football, but Maxi or an Embiid.
Come on, the Philly Sports Alliance is 4-4, 5-5 actually.
Maxi or Embiid.
No, we like the union.
Oh, we love it.
Yeah, especially when they're doing well.
I can't.
They're arguably the best.
They
team
really are the
in
best
Philly
team in Philly sports right now. You're right. You're 100% right. And
this Philly team's a playoff team.
That's true, but
we'll say
no one has been doing as well as you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So very excited. I mean, to answer the question with some finality, I'll say Donovan McNabb.
Okay. Yeah, no, all good choices. I know Ryan kind of skirted around his choice.
I mean, I said it. I just, again, I'm at a different, level than y'all.
Yeah.
I have different needs.
Upper echelon.
Yeah, I have different needs right now. The jerseys you're talking about, I had them
from 1999.
From forever ago. So, that's long in my past.
Yeah.
So, I got it. So.
Got a lot of other people walking around here.
Great. It's great.
Like all the Eagles paraphernalia that you see.
I mean, the people that are rolling through Lenny and Suzy's right now is incredible. It's so much fun to watch. I'm so happy for them. Business looks like it's going well for them. So.
Business is booming.
Yes.
Yeah. So, again, if you guys are down here in Pitman, come on out. Stop by Lenny and Suzy, say hello to us. Get yourself a jersey. They got raffles. We're giving away 2 different jerseys, Brandon Graham, and we're giving away Vince Papale.
Signed
Vince Papale.
Yeah.
Nice Brandon. And then hats. There's cards. There's stickers. There's magnets. There's bobbleheads. There's
like a bus there.
Yeah, a little WB Mason truck or something. Who but? Little Phillies WB Mason truck and masks, in case we're still into that. Come on down and enter the raffle for sure. There's definitely
getting back to the game on Monday.
Yeah, let's go back to the game.
There's a pretty big game on Monday. Home opener. We're going to be there. Eric, quick breakdown and score.
All right. Look, I've been saying this is going to be a tough matchup. Like, if the Eagles are going to win this, they got to win in the trenches. So I think the best thing for them is to keep this score low.
Yeah.
And control the line of scrimmage and control the time of possession.
Yeah.
So I will say Eagles 24-21.
Okay. Eagles by a field goal.
Okay.
I think the spread is just a flat. I call it a flat 3 because you get 3 for being a home team. So it's
It's a Vikings
essentially.
line. It's a Vikings line.
So
Vikings
I'm
line,
predicting
nice.
a push.
You got the push. Okay. So from what we've been saying, I think the Justin Jefferson talk has been warranted, considering how good he is. I believe that this is going to be a high-scoring game. I know a lot of people have similar scores to you, Eric. I've seen, the experts and the writers, 27-24 Vikings, 24-21 Eagles, things like that. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
No.
I honestly believe that this is
going to be there late in the night.
We're going to be late there into the night. We're going to be rooting the entire time. We might be biting our nails.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 35-31 Eagles.
Is that the exact prediction you're going to go
That's the exact prediction.
Really?
I'm gonna do, yeah.
35-31?
because last week
Because I think they're going to beat the eight. They're going to
I think they
do
score
well
a late
ATS.
touchdown. I think they score a late touchdown. With like 3-ish minutes to go. And
30. It'll be 31-28, and then
yeah, they score a
have our
late touchdown, and then they'll run down. The defense will stop them, and they'll try for fourth down. Because they need the touchdown. So they'll turn over the ball, and we'll just deal it out. All right, that's how it's gonna end. So,
that's how it's going to be.
It's funny because last week on the Chalk Talk show,
the round table, yes. Okay.
but I
So we have so many shows. It's hard
know,
to,
right? It's hard
hard
to
to know
track.
which show that I'm on
Me and
one day
the
to the
host
next.
there, we chose almost the same score.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
very
30
close.
to 10. He said 31-10. So it was right there.
I mean, it should have ended 38.
It should
Should have been game over.
Yeah, and that's where if your offensive line dominates the way it's supposed to, you can just lean on that running game and milk that clock in.
Yep.
And they weren't able to do that. Look, that's something where if the Eagles have a substantial lead in the second half on Monday night, they better be able to rely on that run game. Because don't think you're going to stop that Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen, like that trio. Don't think you're going to stop them. You've got to punt them the football, and they need some scores.
Yep.
Yeah. No, again, it's going to be real scary because, again, like we said, I think that's the way it's going to kind of go. But, yeah, they're going to have a chance to win it in the end. And, I think we just somehow just make that one play that helps and stops them.
Sure. And plus, you never want to come on free, like in this kind of environment, and predict a loss.
No, right. You should kick rocks.
Yeah.
They're predicting a loss. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Nobody wants that kind of fan.
Yeah, get out.
I think we're going to get any more or another Eagles defensive touchdown. Maybe a fumble recovery for a touchdown or another
Not
big
this
save.
week.
Kirk
Not this
Cousins, when pressured, likes to throw that football up for grabs.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some turnovers. I just
Yeah.
don't think there's going to be.
You don't think it takes
touchdowns.
Obviously, the Eagles limiting their turnovers as well, not giving them free opportunities, if you will, to get that ball back. That's going to be paramount. I'm just so pumped.
I know.
I'm getting more and more excited.
It's our first home game.
Every minute that we're going, it's just getting closer and
And
closer.
it's funny, the
I
guy
can't wait.
who's going to be sitting with me the other season he came over with me, he's been complaining nonstop about this being a Monday night game to start the season. And I've been telling him, like, dude, would you rather have the Monday night game be in December when it's freaking ice cold out?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's going to be.
and now that it's here, he's kind of with me on the whole. All right, at least in September we'll have nice weather, and it's going to be.
That flag is just messing with you.
Oh, that flag has been messing with me all day. It don't like me.
It hits you
Me and that flag will fight. Everybody tune in for the after show with me versus the flag.
Flag. I got my money on the flag.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the smart money. That's where the smart money
Look,
is.
look at him. He's already trying to bet on other things. Like, how much of a problem do you have, man?
How long have you known me?
Yeah, I know, and I've been trying to help you, and you just refuse help. 1-800 gambler, bro.
Not an ad.
Not an ad. It's real life. It is real life. You have a problem,
It's not a problem if you're winning.
but you're not.
But I am.
Okay. How much do you want?
I've over doubled my money from when I invested.
There you go. How long ago was that?
Like 2 years ago.
So it's taking you this long to
I'm
double
not
up?
saying it's my sole source of income or nothing yet.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Come on.
Just one more week.
Just one more.
All I need.
I
One
just-
more big
I
week,
just
guys.
got-
Come on, let's go.
I just got to hit the 10,001 parlay just once. And I am
Damn.
set.
Dude, look, and you spent $5 on it, and then one time it hits, you're a freaking genius.
Then you can post it up on social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There it is.
Seamus, what's your score prediction?
We'll announce it on here.
He's in deep
Wow,
thought.
he is in deep thought. My God. He's like,
I put him on the spot.
27.
34-27 birds, I'm assuming.
all right, Lenny, what
And
about
Lenny,
you?
you got a score for
Score
us?
for us?
My score, my prediction is
Pain.
pain.
Pain! Yeah!
Oh,
Oh!
oh.
I'm with it.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
34-10, baby.
34-10.
whoa. I
Blowout
love it.
City.
Smack
Let's
it.
I
go.
love it.
He makes a statement this week.
All
That's
right.
go.
All
I'm
right.
with it.
I hope so,
I
man.
am
That place
with
would
it.
be electric.
Oh, my God.
If that's the score, oh my
We're
gosh.
going to be crowd surfing.
Yeah.
Seriously, I will not sleep for 2 days afterwards. It's going to be insane.
Oh, wow.
You can take that prediction to the bank.
There it is.
Okay.
34-10. I like it.
All right, so I should lay all my money on the
Oh,
birds
here we
on
go.
Monday night. Got it.
Just give it a break,
I
man.
know. Just give it a break.
We're worried for you.
We-
Okay.
I think I
Fumble
can take the
recovery.
defensive touchdown. Another return.
Oh, he's predicting
There you
a
go.
touchdown.
That's
too.
Slay
Hey,
this time.
Slay for a
Okay.
pick six. I
we
like
got
it.
Bradbury week 1. We'll get Slay week 2. That sounds good. That
Yep.
sounds like a plan.
I like it.
I have his jersey coming in too.
All right.
Slay.
There we go.
Nice. I love the Slay that I got here 2 years ago. I got a white when he was wearing 24.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
fucking-
It's still a nice jersey.
Oh, that's
Yep,
great.
Seamus is rocking the
You know what,
24
man? It's
Slay right
the
now.
Same player, just a different number.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just rip off that 4.
There you go.
Well, I also have a gray.
Okay.
Everybody wanted to just change the nameplates when they got rid of Wentz, and that was our 48.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, we got rid of Wentz. We got AJ Brown, number 11.
Works out.
So I got to ask, are you going to replace Wentz in your 1-99 collection with AJ Brown?
I already have.
Okay.
And I haven't replaced them. It's just, I just have it.
Right.
Like,
Well,
like,
so, okay.
like it doesn't
So that-
matter.
just
It
set the
doesn't
scene
matter.
for
Like I
everybody
have
else.
Rager. I have Rager.
What about the
at
newest
18?
18?
To set the scene for everybody.
I mean, if I
Ryan's
had to do
plan
that, I'd
is
never
to wear
Right.
1 through 99 in succession this year or in the next coming years for the Eagles games. And wow, I love
the show.
Future
yeah.
podcast.
Absolutely. So when we get to number 11 on your home games, are you rocking the Carson Wentz or are you bringing out
Oh,
the AJ
I'm
Brown?
rocking AJ Brown. Of course. Steven on YouTube, what's going on, buddy? Hopefully Jefferson doesn't gash at us across the middle. We were
I'd
getting
rather
picked.
let him not gash us anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we were getting picked up left and right, not calling OPI. Yeah, listen.
Everybody always calls for penalties. I get it.
In the league wants more offense, so you're going to see
Sure.
a lot of those.
I can play on
but
it.
you know, that's the hope, is that he doesn't gash us for too many yards. Again, he's going to get his, but the plan is not to have him kill us. So,
It's no more than 75 yards in the game.
all right,
Oh, there we go.
keep it
There's
under
another prediction,
75.
under 75.
Taking the under.
So I should take the under on his receiving yards too. Okay.
No touchdowns.
There we
No,
go.
I'm playing into this for you, right?
No worst.
Until we get into the car and he's just
I'm on my
Betting
phone,
away.
betting away, yeah. I've already got a big parlay going in college football.
Yeah.
And our new sponsor is 1-800.
yeah.
Yeah,
really
the new Philly sports alliance.
Yeah, it's for the future, for the future of Eric's safety and sanity, we are going to add that as a special sponsorship now. All right, folks. Well,
That's how I get labeled this way, but like other people, they can't.
Yeah, justified. Nope. Everyone knows it's all out there now.
Typical. I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
You have
Not me.
Yeah.
Not me.
You're the problem.
I can stop anytime I want.
Yep.
I just don't want to.
Well, yeah, obviously. It's to make money.
How much?
I told you, I doubled my money. I put $100 in. It's up over
You made so
That's pretty good.
you made $160 in 2 years.
I'm not saying it's like my sole source of income.
No one said that. I would hope not. Jeez.
Not yet.
How y'all doing?
I gotta get good enough at it. I
Keep
know I'm
saying
not
that.
there yet.
That's so scary. Still don't know why Gannon stopped blitzing a bedwetter. Oh wow, that's harsh. Like golf. Keeping the clock running up 17 is not enough in this series.
Points.
But it's probably the truth. It probably is what happened.
I love calling golf a bedwetter.
Yeah, that's
I was
classic.
wondering if we were talking about golf or cousins.
Yeah, I mean, keeping that pressure up, it's going to be huge. Getting, like Eric was saying before, you get pressure on Kirk Cousins, he makes some mistakes.
We'll throw it up for
I've
grabs.
seen it many times.
I predict he might throw 2 interceptions.
That'd be great. That would be great.
Slay for the pick six. Maybe
There were a lot of missed tackles. Some of that can be chalked up to week 1. And fun and weird things happen.
I just think we can add almost like a
Sure, and I think much like they make a big deal about players going from year 1 to year 2, I think going from week 1 to week 2 is a big jump in the defensive philosophy, defensive ability, like of a lot of teams. You see that jump from week 1 to week 2. Like, they knocked that rust off. They had a full 60 minutes out there, and now teams are going to be more adjusted to that. And I would hope that means like a Jordan Davis and Jacoby Dean, they see their snap level go up.
Yeah, great. Well, once again, we want to thank everybody who popped in, everybody coming down to Lenny and Suzy's, buying themselves some awesome jerseys, checking us out. Don't forget, if you're still here and you're in the area, still have time to enter the raffle. We are giving away not only a signed Vince Papale jersey, but there's going to be a Brandon Graham jersey. There's hats, there's cards, there's magnets, there's stickers, there's bobbleheads, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that we're giving away. So all you got to do is come on down, fill out a ticket. It's free, and you can enter in the raffle for some free Philly sports stuff. Obviously, a big shout out to Seamus. I'm sure Seamus is inside, nice and cool. So thank you for him for setting all this up. Obviously, Thank you to Lenny and Suzy, who by the way, I did thank her earlier for you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I gotcha.
Thank you, man. At least I know I'm not going to be sleeping on the couch.
Right,
There you
yeah,
go.
And thank
exactly.
you to 1-800-GAMBLER for texting me, checking in on me.
Yeah. Now you guys are text buddies.
I just want to let you know we get 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Yeah, the 2 year
Congratulations for
anniversary.
2 years on the shop. Yeah,
Absolutely love it.
Absolutely love it. Remember the first time we heard you guys were moving here, and we couldn't have been happier for you. So we're
so
awesome. And
I always say
success.
coming here is like getting to go to heaven without having to die first. Like, it's amazing.
It's like coming to a candy store for sweets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've been doing out my customers, my friends, and I was so grateful to meet you guys.
And we were grateful to meet you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it was a family since we met, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely, man.
And hopefully we're going to see you again in May.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody, please pray that we do not get any rain, and also I'm being baptized next Sunday. So,
Oh,
Hey,
awesome.
hey,
Very great.
congratulations.
so if it's going to rain, let it rain on me.
There you
There
go.
we go.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Love it. Absolutely
That's
love
awesome.
it. So yeah,
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Special shout out to all the shops and stores around the area. Again, Pitman Craft Fair going on right now. It is insane how many people there are here. There's so many vendors, so much great food. In fact, I can't wait, honestly, dude, to get up there and something smelling real good up there.
Right? Something.
I went up there to get a little water
today.
ice for my son and I, and something hit me. Something hit me up there that was just woo. Can't wait to get back up there. So if you're in the area, stop up by Lenny and Suzy's, get yourself a couple jerseys. I know we will. Check out the rest of the craft fair. It's absolutely awesome. So
One more shout out.
no.
I want to put one more shout out.
Yeah, come on back.
One more shout out to Alora's Kitchen, which I actually forgot to mention. They actually put out one of our huge flyers in front of the store.
Nice,
Support
love
to
it.
them.
Love it.
And also I just want to thank you guys, Seamus. Thank my wife for the second or third time to make sure I'm not sleeping on the couch tonight. And I just want to thank everybody, and I also want to thank the town of Pitman for being able to have this and everything, and actually make it room for people to come down to our store. And Lenny and Suzy Sports Memorabilia hopefully will be here forever. It's been 2 years. I actually forgot to mention it earlier because I've been so busy. But 2 years, and I couldn't do it without any of my customers, my friends, and all my neighbors.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to shout out.
Appreciate it, Lenny. Thank you so much,
I
buddy.
love you guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We love you too, bud. I know. A special shout out to everybody also for joining us online and in the chat. Again,
thanks for sharing your Saturday with us.
yeah,
Yes,
seriously.
thank you.
Big shout out to the Painted Lines and their YouTube. I know we get a lot of their YouTube people over in our chat. So obviously,
Maybe you can come out in May with us for
yeah,
our
I was
next
gonna
podcast
say,
here.
we got to figure out something with Dives live in person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, Seamus, Evan checking in earlier, Joe, appreciate all of the love in the comments. Jock Talk, of course, always coming with it, always with good stuff. Steven,
I love being on his show and seeing the Madden version of the Eagles line.
yeah, right, that was fun.
I
right?
was kind of like, it was funny. They'd be talking about something, and I'd kind of be zoned out watching that game.
Joel's going nuts. Just one jersey.
That's look, man. I'm trying to keep peace.
Do it. You already said that really nice thing about your wife, so use that as hey, I got 2 jerseys, but look at this.
And look, she's at home recovering. She's had a bout with COVID. She's doing well. So anybody, just send your thoughts and prayers out there. She's doing well, recovering from COVID. But yeah, I also don't want her to let you fully murder people. So there will only be one jersey today.
Okay, well there you go. So again, special shout out on record. Right?
Yes.
Special shout out to everybody for joining us again. Painted Lines. If you don't know who they are, just trying to do a show over here. Come on.
Just trying to say hello.
Yeah. So check out their YouTube, their website, paintedlines.com. Of course, we always want to thank our official sponsor, La Terrain Watches. Head on over to www.la-terrain.com. Use code PSA for site-wide discounts. Get yourself a cool watch. I got these awesome sunglasses. I absolutely love them. They're amazing. So they got accessories, all kinds of wonderful watches for not only guys, for the ladies.
Without spending like you're trying to step up your watch
exactly. And then, of course, cannot forget to mention Six Pack Coverage. We have joined up with Six Pack Coverage, a national media group based in Tennessee. They do sports podcasts. In fact, their main show is a Tennessee volunteer show with the main guy over there, Andrew, and former NFL great, former Tennessee volunteer great, Albert Ainsworth. So that's a great show. So check them out. Sixpackcoverage.com. Not only do they do sports, lifestyle, fitness, food, finance, travel, you name it, they got something for everybody. And they also are building this like amazing college network of getting teams on the ground at major colleges. You know, it's a really nice kind of viewpoint. So special shout out to Six Pack Coverage, Philly Sports Alliance is all over them. So check them out. Check us out on there. And then last but not least, special shout out to Vince and phillysportstrips.com. We were making a pretty big push there with the upcoming DC trip to play against the Commanders, Eagles versus Commanders. So we are all getting on a bus. We are heading down to DC. We are welcoming Carson back to the NFC East next week. That's next week,
right? It's a week from tomorrow.
It's a week from tomorrow. We will be going down to DC, professional tailgating, professional DJ, gourmet
And how
food.
awesome is it? We're not going to have to do it.
We're not gonna. Yeah, we don't have to set any of it up. It's awesome. We got great tickets to the game. We got charter bus down there. So many more things. Hollis Thomas is going to be there. 97.5 is going to be there. Some of your other favorite podcasts, like Fourth and John guys, are going to be down there. The Philly sports guy, Jamie, friend of the show, he's going to be down there. So it's going to be so amazing down there. So
How they doing?
yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
I didn't bet them.
You have time. You have time. Oh my God.
No.
So special shout out to Philly Sports Trips. While the DC bus trip is all booked and set, they do have awesome trips throughout the whole year. In fact, we are going out to Arizona as well. So we'll be down there in Arizona at their tailgate, hanging out, chilling. They go to every away game. They go Phillies trips. There's Sixers away games. They went over to Scotland for the Masters.
That's amazing.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do.
That's really
They do a lot of stuff. So, phillysportstrips.com. Make sure that you head on over to there, check them out, look at all their amazing trips that they have available. And yeah, like I said, special shout out to Vince. We got to get him on here before we head down to DC.
Yeah.
So we'll try to set that up next week. Or
We
maybe
got a show Monday.
we do have a show Monday. So. All right, folks. Well, we are going to head out of here. My son is completely lost. Actually, he's been doing a fidget spinner now.
He's been a superstar.
No, he has been amazing. So yes, thank you very much. Thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you for the Pitman. Thank you to Lenny and Suzy's. Thank you to Seamus. Thank you to Philly Underdogs Facebook group. Come on out. Still join the raffle. Get yourself a jersey. Get yourself a hat. Whatever you want. It's awesome here. Love it here.
Go Birds.
Yeah, I'd say go
Go
Birds.
Birds!
There you go.
Go Birds.
Fly, Eagles, fly! Good birds.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here online and in Pitman. And we will see you guys. Our next show will be down. Actually, we'll be probably down at the tailgate.
Yeah.
Doing something live, short little videos throughout the day. Obviously, our show normally on Monday. The Football Smack Talk show won't be at our normal time. We'll be skipping, but we'll be doing little videos down at the tailgate showing you guys what's up. And yeah, first game of the year, first home game. Cannot wait. So
Yeah, we'll be joined by many friends of the show. And I'll tell you, I love, I know we talked earlier about the tailgate environment and how awesome it is. At one point, I know when me and my dad were there was 3 different father-son combinations that were there between myself and my dad, Vince and his son, Ryan, and Ron and his son, Dave.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny, the 3 of us, the 3 sons, are all going down to D.C.
Yeah.
And, 2 dads, and so they're going to be staying home.
Sure.
I imagine the old man will make the trek with us.
I'm sure.
In spirit. He'll be there.
Yeah, definitely be there. So anyway, thank you so much for everybody who joined us today. Absolutely
Everybody out
love it
here,
here.
this is awesome.
Yeah, I love people still coming in and out of Lenny and Suzy, so check them out. You can always find them on Facebook, Lenny and Suzy Sports Memorabilia. And if you're looking for a specific jersey, reach out to Len, let him know what you're looking for, and he will find it for you. So, and he can even ship it to you if you don't want to come all the way down here. So, appreciate it. We're going to head on out. We'll see you guys at the tailgate Monday. If you're actually there in person, Wells Fargo lot, C1, between C3, never C2. And go Birds.
Go Birds.
Birds.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Later.